Hey, what's up, guys? Houston here. Look, if you're an entrepreneur and you're trying to raise up to $150,000 for your business, but you don't know how to show proof of income, I'm going to show you how to get free payroll for 6 months, plus free pay stubs for 6 months. All right. Now, not only that, I'm going to show you how to make after that 6 months how to make the banks pay you. I'm gonna make show you how to make the banks pay you for even banking with them. All right. Plus, I'm gonna show you some of the top cars that most people want to have under their business as well. That being said, let's jump over to ADP. All right. So here's the situation with ADP. Right now, for this month, they're giving you 6 months of free payroll. Okay. So that's also including the 6 months of free pay stubs. All right. Now, here's the thing about it. Why they break it down like this? You get unlimited payroll for yourself. All right. This is for the you individual, like you're doing Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, and you have a registered business, or you can do handyman services. All right. As a matter of fact, let me show you. So if you're an individual in any of these type of industries, you can get free payroll. All right. Now that does not dismiss any other individual as long as you have a registered business. But they're giving you free payroll, free pay stubs, okay, for the next 6 months. All right. So that's the reason why I want to show you that. Going back to this, the thing about it, it automatically calculates your taxes and things of that nature. I know a lot of people, they get worried about, well, what about my taxes? I don't want to be overpaying taxes and stuff if I'm on payroll or whatever. It actually calculates it for you. Now, here's something else I'm going to tell you. A lot of you guys think that it's hard getting funding, but one of the things that makes it challenge for most of you all, you may have a pass through like a LLC or a S corp. Well, what's happening is that many of you will file a loss in your business. Because you have a loss in your business, this is what's making it challenging for you to raise more credit and everything. So that's the reason why it's so hard for you to get the kind of money you need. Like I said, because you're not showing proof that the business is profitable. All right. Before it's like calculating the taxes and stuff, this system automatically does that. Plus, I'm finna show you guys how to actually make the banks pay you for using this system. All right. I'm gonna break that down for you as well. All right. But here's the bigger part about it is that you can get next day or same day in terms of if you need pay stubs to show proof of income and stuff like that, you can have that happen. Now, there's one other thing I'm going to tell you before we go into the other. Many of you are not aware that ADP sets up 401k for you. Now, the reason I'm bringing that up, because a lot of you all may be trying to get into day trading, raising money for day trading and stuff like that. But you're not aware that you can actually day trade using your solo 401k. All right. Now, I am not a registered agent. I am not a CPA, but I do know and I've seen people that are in this industry use their 401ks, their solo 401ks. And as you can see here, the IRS does not expressly prohibit these trades. So you can actually use it. If you go to the IRS website, because I know some people going to question me on it, but reach out to the IRS and see what they say about it. So I'm just putting it out there because a lot of people assume that, oh, he don't know what he's talking about. I'm just telling you, if you don't not for sure, go to the IRS website, look it up, reach out to a CPA. But I'm telling you, setting up a solo 401k, this is going to help you also reduce your taxes. All right, because I know a lot of people worried about taxes. That being said, let's just jump back over to again talking about this here. So here's the thing, you'll have access to pay stubs, payroll reports, and tax statements anytime. So you know how you go to the bank, sometimes you want to get a loan or whatever, and they ask you, well, where's your pay stubs? Or they may ask you, well, we want to do a 4506T, right? They may want to pull your taxes, right? So being able to actually show these here documents right away in real time makes it so much easier. Now, again, please understand that they automatically calculate and deduct taxes and stuff for you. So you choose how you want it. Now, you can do this as a 1099 or you can do it as a W 2. Showing proof of income is where, for many of you, you may trying to get a Mercedes for your business, or you may even be trying to get like a Range Rover. I know a lot of people always want this Range Rover Velour or whatever, but like I said, you are an independent contractor with a registered business, but you can't show proof of income. Using those pay stubs, you actually can. Now, something else that I was telling you all about making the banks pay for the service after that 6 months, here's what I'm talking about. If you're trying to raise 150,000, you need pay stubs. Okay? You're gonna need pay stubs because here's the thing about it. Like with credit cards, it's stated income up to a certain limit. Once you try to go over that $50,000 limit, now again, they may ask for taxes, they may ask for pay stubs, especially when you don't have high deposits, right? So that's the reason why, if you're trying to get that money, use ADP. Create those pay stubs, right? Create those taxes so you can get that money. But again, going back in terms of ADP services, here's the thing about it. The fees, they charge monthly fees of maybe about $50. Well, guess what? Look at this. If you open up a business checking account with Chase, they pay you $500. Okay, of course, you have to meet the criteria, but this is how you make the banks pay you. Now, having multiple banks is definitely recommended because having those banks open, having them seasoned, in case like even like with Chase, a lot of people have been notified that their Chase bank accounts are being shut down. So you don't want to be dependent on one bank anyway, right? Now, here's the thing about it. Again, with Chase, opening up the personal checking account as well. Look, they give you 300. Isn't that $800 that they're giving you? That's $800 that they're giving you. So you tell me that that $800 from one bank doesn't make up for the payments of your payroll? That's $800 that one bank is going to pay you. Now, remember, I said multiple banks, right? So let me continue to share with you. Here's one other thing about Chase. Chase offers a business line of credit. Now, here's the thing about it. They're going to offer you credit cards at first, right? And then you can go for the business lines of credit. I know you guys hear people say, "Let me show you how to get $150,000 from Chase." Well, here's the thing about it. They're not stating that you need to show pay stubs, right? You need to show tax records. They're saying just with a 700 credit score. Partner. No. The thing about it with Chase underwriting, like I said, they're strict on the 524, but when you go over a certain dollar limit, they want to see pay stubs. They want to see deposits. All right. Now, here's a key that you all need to know in terms of helping you to have a higher business bank rating. You should be depositing at least $10,000. And if it's possible, leave it in there for 90 days, with you continuing to make smaller deposits. This is going to give you a high business bank rating. This is going to make it much easier for you to qualify for higher limits. All right. So that's just a tip that most people don't know. And it has nothing to do with Dun and Bradstreet or a Paydex score. All right. A bank that I love that's a very low hanging fruit is PNC Bank. And look, they're giving you $400 to open up a checking account with them. Now, they use Experian FICO 9. Why do I call this a low hanging fruit? Because you can have rental payments, you can have authorized users, you can have subscriptions, you can have utilities on the file. All right, that's with PNC Bank. Now, let me show you something else. with PNC Bank. They offer the lines of credit as well. Again, they're going to start you out with the credit card. They'll start you out with like the 0% credit card, but they will also do a soft pull to give you a line of credit, minimum $20,000 up to 100,000. So again, if you open up a business and a personal checking account with you, you're going to get money from opening up those accounts, meeting those criteria, right? So that's going to cover your fees. So if you're not worried about it, like I said, if you open up the Chase, then that covers all of your fees. But remember, with ADP, they're giving you 6 months of free payroll and pay stubs anyway. Plus, they're calculating all the taxes and stuff, so you're not worried about it. But here's the thing about it. Again, PNC Bank, 20,000 up to 100,000. Now, again, when you're getting above 50,000, they're going to want to see what are your deposits like? Can you show proof of income, right? So that's the thing about it, being able to show that proof of income. Now, you can also use those pay stubs and stuff like that to get into the real estate game. You guys may want to try to get into like Airbnb and things of that nature. That's also something that's leveraging as well. Wells Fargo is another low hanging fruit. When you open up a checking account, they give you 125. Now, why would you want to go to Wells Fargo? Well, again, Wells Fargo is an Experian FICO 9 Institute, right? So they have the 0% business credit cards, plus they have the business lines of credit. Now, they have two types of business lines of credit. The business lines of credit, if you have less than a 700 and you've been in business less than 2 years, you want the small business advantage. Okay, this is the one you want, and it goes from 5,000 up to 50,000. All right, and it can be a soft pull on the credit as well, right? So having those deposits, opening up those business account as well as that personal account, having those deposits going in it. Like I said, for most people, they're not going to do this. This is the reason why they have such a hard time raising 150, 200, $250,000 because they will not do this. All right. But you all, if you play the game, like I said, you're getting ahead of people because you're getting access to free pay stubs, right? You're creating free pay stubs in reference to deposits and everything. Having those deposits, direct deposits and stuff, this is why you're going to get the money. All right. Like I was showing you about these here cars and stuff like that, being able to get Mercedes Benzes, getting Range Rovers and stuff. By the way, they use your auto credit score. Most of the time, they're going to use Experian auto FICO 8 credit score in order for to get a Mercedes Benz. Now, you do have credit unions and stuff like that may give you a lower interest rate. But the Mercedes-Benz finance department, they probably can get you in much faster this way. All right. Another bank that will pay you to open up a checking account with them is BMO. Now, BMO, they use TransUnion Vantage 4, right? And so I always tell you, banks that have low hanging fruit, these are the ones that's going to give you the most money. All right. So with BMO, again, look at it. They're giving you $350 bonuses, meeting those criterias in order to do that. Right. So it breaks it down. No minimum balance. So what the accounts are doing. Plus, now hold on, there's more. So $350 here, plus, if you open up a business checking account, 750. Is that not $1,100 that you can make off of BMO in 90 days? That's not including this here. This is not including actually getting a business line. Now, I would tell you, do not, for any of these institutions, stay away from the loans. Too much red tape. You want the business lines of credit, right? And as you can see, that business lines of credit start at 10,000. So opening up those checking accounts, setting up that payroll and everything, just for 90 days, $1,100. So again, where do you go to that's giving you free payroll, free pay stuff, plus showing you how to actually make the banks pay for the services after that 6 months of free services? This is a game changer. I never seen this as long as I've been in the industry. I never seen this being offered. All right. So for you guys that may have questions, that may be wanting to sign up for the free payroll, the free pay stubs, to be able to raise 150, 200,000, I just told you the banks to go to. I just broke it down in terms of what credit bureaus. I gave you all of the game that should help you. I wanted to add in that our March Madness, when you sign up for payroll, we're giving you that free 6 months of payroll, right? That 30 minutes of consultation. Plus, we're giving you a free credit repair evaluation. Okay. So we're actually going to look at your credit for free to tell you exactly what needs to be done. We advise on what's the best way to resolve any credit issues. All right. 6 months of workman's comp. And again, it's no setup fee. All right. This is what March Madness is for us. We're actually doing all of this for you. Plus, like I said, I showed you what banks to go to raise anywhere from 150 to 200,000. All right. You cannot beat this. I don't care who's out there. You cannot beat this. This is the game. All right. And I'm breaking it down.